It's about time we. Okay, guys, Tyler here. Now, I just got this like 2 minutes ago. I have not seen it yet, but this is something historical that I liked about Bright Sun Films. This is not what I wanted. I wanted the other review. Sorry about that, guys. Hit the wrong button. Now, if you've been watching Bright Sun Films like I've been watching, and you know about Mcbarge or Friendship 500, here it is. They're gonna talk about it right now. So it's a short video we're gonna watch here, and that's it. So it it's historical for me, so I'm putting documentary mode. So here we go, guys.
Remember Mcbarge? The year was 1986, and that's what people fondly called the McDonald's restaurant anchored in False Creek.
That's
The
what
years haven't been kind to the former
Expo86.
restaurant, which for more than 2 decades has been anchored in Burrard Inlet.
What good is it?
Yeah.
Tell me. Nothing. It's useless. It's an eyesore.
Put it to good use. Or set it adrift.
But after a $4 million facelift, its owner is optimistic that Mcbarge will make a comeback.
Yep. Vancouver, British Columbia. 36 years since Expo 1986. And what's in parentheses? EX. Okay. Now, people want to know what the parentheses are on the title. Parentheses Okay. EX86 means Expo 1986, okay? So that's what the EX stands for. So here we go, guys. I have not seen this yet. If we see it, I'm going to like the video maybe. Because Mcbarge is a pretty neat video, I think. So, Mcbarge is a historical piece of technology. There's only 2 restaurants ever be on water.
Nestled alongside the Fraser River sits a unique relic from the past.
30 years ago. Oh, it doesn't get bad. It looks like it's getting worked on. Oh, it's dry docked.
Today, I've been given the unique opportunity to find out what's left behind and talk to the owner who wants to bring back Mcbarge.
I thought you guys were doing that. That was a few years ago.
Join me on this very unique adventure.
Man, this is a pretty neat, interesting thing, guys. To be seeing this live. Well, you react to this, guys, with you live. I've never seen this yet. So, Mcbarge 2021 update. It was. This is still interesting, though, to see this. So, how is everyone doing it now? Wow, it doesn't look that. It still looks like crap, but
Okay,
it could be worse.
so this is Mcbarge.
You wanted to see it. You wish.
How did I get here? So there used to be awnings, blue awnings, over top of
I mean,
the
still, you gotta see it. That's pretty
main
cool, though.
entrance doors here. You could actually see where those awnings were. These big semicircle with the rivets in them. There also used to be a McDonald's sign right there where another wire is coming out, and then there's 2 metal poles.
Still, this is pretty cool to see it.
The other McDonald's
I mean-
sign was. So this blue pole right here was the McDonald's flagpole, and there's still a flag on there. I think, I can't tell. It's probably not. But boy, that flag's still there. Kind of looks like a McDonald's flag.
You actually go on the boat?
All right,
I'd be worried to be on there.
here we are.
I'd be worried to go in there. It's 35 years old, and who knows how the condition of the boat is. I would want to take a shot. Wait. That one support beam's rusted out.
Here we are.
Still, for being abandoned for who knows how many years and not well maintained, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, there's rust, we expect, but
Wow.
I think, wow.
Still a lot of intact pieces
Yeah.
spread around,
I
including
mean,
the
it looks
staircase, which
looks-
is
rusted.
still
I would wear
pretty
gloves.
much completely as it was in the 80s. This is where the elevator shaft would have been.
It had
Here.
it had an elevator.
Gone up all 2 stories with 3 different stops on the halfway section on the staircase. And then, oh, look at this. Look how rusted out the door is.
But still, it's cool to see this. I mean, even seeing it still around is
Store has seen better days.
no exit.
I'm a developer, and I built a number of restaurants for McDonald's in Western Canada. I knew of the barge. I knew that they had some issues with the City of Vancouver with the barge and in False Creek, and so I offered to buy it from them. I didn't have a specific concept where it would go, but I knew eventually something would ring right and I could move on it. But I never expected it would take 30 years to do that.
Well, they have gutted most of the things. There's some weird things that are still left behind, like
Lights.
the lights to the dining room here. And just like in a place like Hard Rock Park, which was also in a sort of gutted state, you can tell which is a guest area and which is an employee area just based upon the ceiling.
Oh,
You could see the whites is obviously the dining area, and then the kitchen area, which is in here, is just bare bones.
okay, that's interesting. Still, it's still standing.
And
It's
a lot
still
of
floating.
the windows towards the bow have been broken.
Wow. Phil is gonna. If Phil could go there, it'd be pretty cool.
Here's this staircase. This staircase is actually still painted.
Wow.
It's still white. It's probably untouched, rather.
Wow.
The walls, or the exterior paneling, is in very good condition.
Yeah. For being. Doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's bad, but it doesn't look as bad as some of the other places I've seen over the years that he went to. It's falling apart.
God, ceilings are. This is huge.
I would love to go
You
there.
know what, though? It'd be kind of nice if we got some context behind everything. Maybe I should go find someone. So, I'm joined by Howard and Larry.
Because of the design of the hull and the multi-chambers, it doesn't twist under, so
Right,
you're not getting any cracking.
It can't flex all that much, right? Yeah. But even through the winters and all that, it's stayed in pretty good condition. I mean, there's even sitting water here right now, and it's done pretty well.
Well, you pointed out the steel structure for the engineering of this was over-engineered at the time for the use of it. And all of these steel beams are still in remarkable condition.
So the superstructure actually, it begins there, and then it just curves around the entire thing and comes around. It's incredibly strong, I would assume.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to accommodate for another deck or another rooftop patio, right?
At the back of the vessel, you'll see the onshore power cable, and it's a massive aluminum wire, which comes right up through to here. These are all aluminum wire.
So right there's a power system.
Yeah, I noticed them downstairs, but I couldn't tell if they were gas or.
Back, one of these cables is all wound up at the back, and it would have gone to shore power.
Huh.
So it came to the back of the vessel and then distributed throughout here. This is a mechanical room on top.
So when you first took possession of the barge, what kind of condition was this in?
It was 1990, so it was 4 years after Expo. It had deteriorated. It was sitting in Brard Inlet, and people had come on board, smashed everything, taken copper out. Yeah, we had a lot of copper removed, but they did us a big favor. And but you can see that,
Doesn't look that bad.
have weathered the 30 years of
Oh, absolutely.
inactivity.
Yeah.
Howard had towed the barge here in 2016. It was
Right.
completely gutted and remained in a sort of limbo state, waiting for other proper approvals to move forward with serious and extensive redevelopment. Initially, the plan was to create an ocean museum, bringing visitors
Oh,
through the wonders of
okay.
the deep ocean through interactive exhibits. This was later shelved, however, and now a new plan is in the works. While unable to
turned
comment
into a
on their
restaurant.
current project due to their land not being fully secured,
I just turned into-
Mcbarge is intended to be fully utilized in a development plan much bigger than just the barge. But that land acquisition is still ongoing, and for now, the Mcbarge is sitting here today, a shell of its former self.
Still though, you got a chance to see it, Jake. That's
built for you.
still get to see the sucker. It's still cool to see it. I mean, I would be there right now with you, Jake, to see the sucker. Wow. I mean, I wish I could have been around when I was born and
You
saw
can
this.
actually see this is where that photo was taken. Right here.
Wow.
That's
That's creepy.
insane to see.
That's kind of creepy. I mean,
Land acquisition is still ongoing, and for now, the Mcbarge is sitting here today, a shell of its
I
former
wonder if the
self.
keyboard worked this or
You can
not.
actually see this is where that photo was taken.
Wow.
Right here.
Well, he misses the trees.
Insane to see. You could tell because there's two doors to the very right of this picture here. Those two doors are right,
That's kind of freaky.
and then here is this dining room.
I mean, this part here, you can tell it was off the bat.
You can tell this is the same one by the railing curvature
And that pole.
in the background here,
And that pole.
and the way the windows curve.
And that poles.
It's such a cool space too. These windows surrounding it. You can just imagine like Expo86 in the very back as you like dine here on the observation area of Mcbarge. Still see the lighting here.
I would be. I wouldn't. I mean, walking in the picture. Really? No, I'm not walking. I mean, it could.
Oh man.
The whole inside needs to get gutted.
You can only imagine what this courtyard, indoor lobby, courtyard, open air loft. Loft is the word I'm looking for. What this would have been like.
Hmm. This would be awesome.
Yeah, I don't think there was a play place here either. That was very good. It looked like you were right from the Expo86. Assume all these wires hanging from the ceiling
Swires.
would have held in the drop ceiling. I think, at least. They're only in the kitchen, though, so in the kitchen there may have been a drop ceiling. And then in the normal areas, in the guest areas, it was just regular, really high ceiling.
But still, that's pretty neat though. It's not
Being
swaying.
inside this deceptively massive structure really was a fascinating experience. Looking at its photos from its golden era and comparing it to its stark modern-day reality, it's hard to believe what was. What surprised me, though, was how easy it was to see the vision Howard and his team have. Again, while details are minimal to avoid jeopardizing this next project, some aspects of this new development are so intriguing, like when I asked him if there will be any reminders of the past.
Yes, I think that we're the upper deck, which is going to be an outdoor deck but covered. We're going to have a lot of artifacts from Expo '86 that people can go up on that deck and have a glass of wine and see what just walk around. It's about 4,500 square feet, and we're showcasing Expo and BC on that deck. So yeah.
Yeah, look at the rust on these. Hey, here's that blue paint I was talking about earlier.
Wow. It's still.
Just ever so slightly nodding to what this was.
If you're interested in seeing my full tour with Howard and Larry, I'll upload the full video on my second channel. It'll appear first on my Patreon page, and if you're interested in supporting my work further, along with perks like the aforementioned early video access, I'll leave a link in the description below. I want to say thanks to Howard and his team for fitting us into their busy schedule and showing us around the Mcbarge. I truly hope this project moves forward, and the day it does, I'll be there watching this weird, historical floating McDonald's finally see a use. Thanks for watching.
You know, I would say within 2 years, we hope the barge will be moved and it will be redeveloped. This is a pet peeve for me. It's going to happen, but it's, you know, patience and persistence at the end of the day will pay off. But as long as I'm alive, I want to see this thing done.
So that's pretty interesting. So yes, they're still in production to get done. Okay.